And they can who made it possible for most of us not to accept that thing and start speaking. And they cannot be erased out of this earth, planet. And when they cannot be wiped out. No matter how many that answer that, then that's the one is rest for them. But one thing is certain: no matter how they lie and talk all manner of evil to demonize us, we remain lose root. Thank you, my brother.
Thank you so much. Thank you. I appreciate you for that submission. And we'll go to my brother Christian. My brother Christian, you're there. Unmute yourself and speak to us. Let's hear you, bro Christian.
Yeah, I'm choose. No. Yeah. So obviously, you were talking about this Nigerian media, which also we've always talked about, that they are a major problem, and they are in cahoots with the enemies of Ndibo. That one I know for sure too, because I saw, I think it was yesterday, I saw one Nina. Oh no, that name is strange. I mean, it's I've never really seen or heard of such name before, but she seems to be one of those either currently or previously government official, but how far about happy at least. So, and she was commenting on that woman Abika Dabiri who referred to Ndibo. Well, she retweeted the comments about Ndibo being monkeys and whatever. So, but again, the problem is that because we have this media, this kind of media institutions, so they always they're just as bad as any of these things, because when this woman, when she made that comment, they didn't even try to. Usually, what the media's part of their job is to see to it that you've crossed the line and you'll be held accountable. But the intention is maybe like sweep it under the carpet, or that everybody will just forget about it and that's it. And more so, I guess maybe they've seen it that politically, Ndibo, they are down in Nigeria politically. So their level of relevance, if I can use the word, but it's true. It's just simple. It's just as simple as ABC, because again, the highest position in the land has always been back and forth between the Yorubas and the North. So obviously, whether you like it or not, but it's a fact.
Of course, that is the original script. That is the original script that was written.
Exactly. So and based on that, these guys, the Lagos Tinubu boys, they feel they can get away with anything. MC Oluomo and the rest of them, they can just come and display power, and they can't be touched. Absolutely cannot be touched. So obviously that woman, because recently, I think it was a few days ago, there's a guy in America who is a comedian, but he made a comment about the guy that was murdered in America, that Charlie Cock, or something. So he made a comment, and could you believe that? I listened to the comment that he made. It's not even much of a grievance comment, but guess what? He was sacked. They sacked him for that. For an individual, making a comment about an individual. Now, how much more you as a government, and he is not even a government official, he's a private individual that runs this comedy factory, sort of, right? So it's more or less an individual. He's not holding any government official position. Unlike this Abika Dabiru, who we know the position she has, and he just completely retweeted. I think in her mind, she will, because when Ohaneze asked him to apologize, she refused. He asked them to go to court. So I think in her mind, she would probably assume that after all, she did not tweet it, that, or that she did not initiate the tweet. No, but the mere fact that you retweeted it and you add in their smiling emoji is a seal of approval. You condone it. So that alone is already you've contravened, but she doesn't care. They ask them to go to court, and the organizer and the rest of them, toothless bulldog, they can't do shit, nothing. At the end of the day, maybe a week to 1 month, whatever, everything gets swept under the carpet. That is how Nigeria is. That is how everything goes in that country. And like the guy who came to write something, who said that they've been looking for whatever, that they should forget about it. Let us build Nigeria. Now you ask yourself, can you not see the typical zoo spirit in that guy? And that is what is wrong with everybody. Is that zoo spirit? Because the fact that you are trying or you tried something, it didn't work, you just give up. Now, you begin to, because when you look, you see, it's not today. Sometimes I tend to want to speak. No, it's not today that the Nigerian people, they've been going through this situation, but they just lack the courage, they lack the patience and the gravitas, all that it takes to be a better people, to develop, to grow, to have life. Because I don't know what it is. I don't know. I can't put my hand on what is wrong with them. You know, when they come out to demonstrate revolution, whatever they call it, the government comes out, maybe shoot one person or two, or whatever, they just give up. That is it. And they continue in misery year in, year out, decade after decade. But we just saw what happened in Nepal, right? Where this guy came out, because for them, enough is enough. And trust me, I've been to Nepal. I think I told you before, the lifestyle there, the infrastructure, everything put together is still better than Nigeria. I'm telling you, my brother, by far better. You know, they have 24 hours electricity, constant electricity. They have it. But you know what? They came out because they saw corruption, unimaginable level of corruption. And they saw the government officials, the way they were living, like so disconnected, completely oblivious of how the common man feel. These people came out and said, no, that this is it. We had enough. And the soldiers, as usual, they came out and they shoot them, but they don't care. They just walked over dead bodies to get to what they want. And the prime minister, they burned his house. He ran away. As we speak now, the government, he ran away completely. They have results. So that is result-oriented people. And at the end of the day, whoever comes in, we try to do the right thing. And if he doesn't, of course, you will know, because if you don't do the right thing, they will come on you. They will come after you. So they've set that goal, that example. But in Nigeria, oh no, when you they talk, and they go home and go and eat amala. That is it. So sometimes when I look at somebody like Omo Eleshore, a very brave guy, brave. You know, the likes of Nnamdi, Kanu, fearless individuals. But the unfortunate thing, though, is that I look at somebody like him. I think his problem is that his priorities are not straight. That is just the problem. Because when you fight the wrong fight, you will lose. And when you lose, it becomes double jeopardy. Yes. In the past, we've seen people like this Omo Eleshore. In almost every region, they fight, and they buy at some point, either poison or age or old, whatever. And that's it. Nobody remembers them, and they don't achieve the thing, and they don't get any recognition, absolutely nothing. And what happened is the politicians, those running Nigeria, they will tighten the rope on you. And so if you want, every time there is this thing they call protest or revolution, at the end of it, the situation gets worse than it were. I don't know if people observe this thing. So when they will protest, I think one of the last one, either the last one or the one before, Babio told them, "I'm not gonna go there protest. We'll go there for how they eat."
Exactly, and bad governance.
Exactly, and at the end, that's what happened. And what happened is they tighten the new on they tighten it more. Further. Yeah, they begin to introduce more draconian situation because they. You know, so, but like this guy who came on that place to tell you, and make una leave, una don't fight, no work, blah, blah, blah. You see, that's zoo spirit. That is why they are where they are. And not only that they are there, they are going down and down and down to the, because the people is incredible, absolutely incredible. I just feel sorry for somebody like Shore, like I said. He is very brave. But the people you think he's fighting for, they are nowhere to be found. Absolutely nowhere to be found. Each time he called for take it back, some people will say, "Oh, there you take what you take back," you know. So he goes shout. Now it's just crazy, absolutely crazy. The only way you win is to be consistent and keep fighting. You must. You can't afford to. If you stop, it gets worse. You must continue because eventually you will get it. Experience has shown that is what happens when it comes to life. That is when it comes to human being. It doesn't get any worse. It doesn't get any,
Consistency wins.
Exactly. That it's not some theoretical. It's happened everywhere. But you must continue. If you give up, it gets worse. You remember some of the things they told Nnamdi Kanu at the UN that why do you stop? Stuff like that. Or you must do the So this is the thing. So obviously it's just incredible. The situation with the zoo and their media. We will continue to call them out. We must continue to call them out because they are part of the problem. Seriously, part of the problem. The Ruben Abatis of this world. These are people who will come on air without carrying out fact checking. They just try to, with one brush, entire regional group of people, tribal group, just you throw it out there and nothing happens. Nothing come out of it.
Remember the one Ruben Abati did when he said that the Igbos don't sell land to a stranger.
Exactly.
And he refused to apologize. When he was to apologize, instead he attacked the woman who asked to apologize.
Exactly. Now, let me tell you.
Done to him to date.
Yeah. Well, if you behave like that in that public forum, that public space, as a journalist to a fellow co-worker, a fellow journalist, a female, you are leaving that post. Because what he said, the word that came out of his mouth, he said he will fight the woman. That's what he said. He said, if you try to do that, I will fight you. So, but that is, I don't know, Zoo is putting it mildly. Nigeria is a jungle. So that is not a place anybody with brain, even half brain, will proudly say, I'm from Nigeria. It's sad. It's really sad because everything that goes on in that country, can you imagine calling people, tweeting a monkey, that word alone, and in your mind, nothing's going to happen. Everybody will move past it and we just continue like that. No, it's not going to happen. We will continue to hold them accountable. And the journalists who are complicit in all the criminality will continue to hold them accountable. My brother, good. Thank you so much, Rachus.
Thank you so much, my brother Christian. I appreciate you. Thank you for that wonderful, wonderful input. Coach Hooks, take the mic. Coach Hooks, let's hear from you. Go ahead and speak to us. Coach Hooks.
Yes, Mazi Choose Survivor. Good morning.
Good morning, my brother.
Good morning, my brothers. Prosgrave, good morning, brother Christian.
Morning, brother.
Good morning from my side. And good morning, everyone in the comment section. Like the program and subscribe and share it.
Yes.
First of all, my brothers, every time we have been talking about this, the evil medias that they have in this Nigeria. If anything happened to an Igbo man, most especially Biafrans, they will continue to be saying it. The Don Kingdom come. Okay, just take a look. This ammunition of a thing that they are showcasing in this and Falabida, which state is that, myself? This one not in short. Everything that is happening in those places. Have any of us seen it in any of their national media?
For where?
You can never see it there. But just take a look. These are our brothers, most especially the one they call Gentle, that they talk of it last week. Okay, just look at the whole media. They just continue to be talking about that our brother. Why? They just want to take our attention from what is happening to Nnamdi Kanu. That is why they bring it up.
Exactly. Media war. That's part of the media strategy.
And our people do not want to learn from that place. Our people do not want to learn from that place. So many things is happening in Nigeria land, in Nigeria here. So many things is happening in Biafra land. There is no any day that you are going to wake up from sleep that you are not going to see one or two innocent laws, innocent life being wasted every day by day. We are not going to see it in the national TV. So many things is happening. They are not going to mention it out. But once he's an Igbo man, they will continue to be saying it. And our people is still fighting against yourself. That's the same thing that, okay, let me just talk of that of IBB or what is that in name? That you talk of Igbo Cube. Okay. If it's before, let me just say if Baba IBB said that cube is Igbo Cube, you'll be hearing it every day by day.
Every day. They will never stop talking about it.
They will never stop.
They will keep reminding you that thing they said, you say it's Igbo cool. You say it's not Igbo, it's Igbo cool. IBB said it too.
They will continue to be remembering us every day by day. Okay, why does he just die off like that? Because he tell them the truth. And they're even telling him to withdraw that statement back. Okay, just take a look. The one that called himself all these politicians that fool in Biafra land, most especially the one that called himself, is it good? No, Obi. Obi. Okay, I think that should be. I think there is something that happened in Igbo land that he tweeted. They asked him to go and remove it. Why?
Oh God.
They asked himself, why did they ask him to remove it? Because he know that he's a public figure. Why is he not tweeting anything that happened in Biafra land? Because he know once he started mentioning it, you know that so many people is following him. Even the people that don't know anything concerning Biafra before, the people that don't know anything that concerning our people before, they will continue to be knowing it gradually. But they give them an order. If you want to see this, if you want to come back in this seat of evil entity called presidency or something like that, you must not talk anything concerning your people. They're supposed to, this is the time for everybody supposed to know that this one Nigeria they are talking about is not for any of us. Because the greatest mistake that they have done, they have even till today, they are still regretting it. The greatest mistake that they have done is for you allowing Biafra to be declared on 29th of November. That is the greatest mistake that they do. Even every one of us can even testify. Before that day, they are shouting that if we read it, they're going to arrest every one of us. They are going to arrest every one of us that went for that declaration. If eventually that everything that they plan happen as they plan it, that is how they'll continue to be saying it. They will continue every day by day. They will continue every day by day to be saying it. Why can't our people to learn from what happened to us before? Why can't they learn? Why can't they learn? All their focus is 2027. All their focus is election in Nigeria here. Very soon they're going to bring a pot of rice. They're going to bring they have even started even cooking the rice for them myself. Okay, what is that telling you people? What is that telling every one of you? They're going to cage every one of you till 4 years again. Maz, let me stop here first now. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for your contribution. Thank you, Brother Kochux. Thank you for spending your time, even in your busy schedule, you still give time to air your own opinion and speak to Biafrans. We appreciate you for your contribution. My fellow Biafrans, remember the topic we are discussing today. It says how Nigeria uses media to demonize Igbos to Biafrans people. Biafra must reverse the narrative. We must reverse the narrative. And we are going deeper more to go now and explain the purpose of the ethnic profiling that the government of Nigeria is pushing against us through the media. The reason they are doing this profiling, their purpose, one of those major reasons why they are pushing this ethnic profiling against the Igbos, the Biafrans, is to isolate Igbos politically and socially. To isolate the Igbos politically and socially. That is why they are pushing this profiling against us. Another reason is to justify state violence and killing without accountability. They want to justify the state violence against the Biafran people, against the Igbos, the killings. They want to justify it without accountability from the international community, from people, from well-meaning people across the world. That is why they go ahead to paint us criminals. They go ahead to paint us secessionists. They go ahead to use different kinds of mean names for us. Another reason why they are going ahead with this ethnic profiling and taking it to the highest level is to control the narrative internationally so that the world sees Igbos as troublemakers instead of victims. You see why you must open your mouth. You know, there was a time Mazi Samanaka said that we must engage in radical evangelism. This is that time. This is the time we must engage in radical evangelism. Everybody add their voice, no matter how small your platform is, no matter how big it is. If it is one or two people, continue to speak, post something there about the reality of the Biafran people. This is one of their major reasons, to control the narrative internationally, and they are succeeding. It is much more painful that some of us are helping them. Some of us, we are helping them to control the narrative internationally. So the world will see Igbos as troublemakers instead of victims. Today you see a Biafran, an Igbo Biafran will on a camera and begin to speak ill about Nnamdi Kanu. A man that even the arbitrary committee of United Nations has said, let him go, gave Nigeria 6 months ultimatum to let Nnamdi Kanu go and pay him compensation. But yet, there are Biafrans that on their camera and castigate Nnamdi Kanu. They even call for his death. A Biafran. Some of them are people who have been in this agitation before. They were with us in this agitation before. They were the ones who were promising you that Biafra is going to come, is going to come, is going to come. But today, you see them on a camera and they are calling for a jail sentence for Mazi Simon Ekpa. They are calling for, they said even giving him 6 months is a little, 6 years is a little. They should give him a life sentence. Joining the zoological republics to change the narrative. The only thing Mazi Nnamdi Kanu And Mazi Samoneba is asking is self-determination. You cannot criminalize self-determination. Self-determination is a right. It is not a privilege. It is a right. Supported by international law, supported by African peoples and human rights law, even Nigerian law itself. Why is it that they criminalize self-determination? Because of the hate they have on you and I.
Malchus, sorry. Malchus, you say who they call for Nnamdi Kanu 6 years old?
Huh?
You say who they call? Somebody called for Nnamdi Kanu, I don't know.
You have not seen the videos they are making? The one that called himself, what is his name? Ikenga.
Ijele.
Okay. Oh,
Ijele.
Yeah, Udele. Well,
not only Ijele, Ikenga has joined also to call for the sentence of Nnamdi Kanu.
Yeah, they are working together, yeah. But they are not the law. The law is supposed to take it course, but we know there's no law in the zoo. No, but as for Udele, that's Udele guy.
The law, but what we are talking about is this narrative helping the Nigerian government to create this is the narrative they want to hear. And they are using that narrative to drag to remove the international interest on the case of Nnamdi Kanu.
Yeah.
They are telling to deviate attention. They use that very narrative to tag us as the aggressors instead of victims. Imagine somebody whom the arbitrary committee of United Nations have said that he's innocent. Let him go, pay him compensation, and somebody will on a camera and begin to call that same person names. You can imagine. Go ahead.
That is the problem we have, because our own is the worst. It's not only the the so-called Ikenga or whatever they call them. There is another one with the big beards. I believe that one must be a Muslim Igbo or Muslim Fulani born in Igbo land. I don't know any part of Europe he's living. That is making that is causing Ojukwu useless, causing Nnamdi Kanu useless, Simon Ekpa useless. That anybody that come here to fight for Biafra, they all become useless. So look at that animal. I don't know where he's living. It's either in Germany or any part of Austria or any part of Europe here where he's residing. That is calling, if Nigeria was good, how many Europeans choose to live in Nigeria? How many Europeans choose as we just run away from his land? If since Nigeria is the best country to stay, why have they not packed their bag and go back to Nigeria? Why is the common criminal Ikenga still residing in South Africa? It was Nnamdi the one that caused the insecurity and the financial problem to make him to leave his country. The one that he called himself Ijere was Nnamdi the one that caused the problem that made him to run to Turkey before he was deported. And this one with Bias, I believe he must be a Muslim born in Igbo land. It wasn't Nnamdi Kanu or someone about the cause why he traveled and why he left Nigeria. If Nigeria is good, what am I doing here? Am I rejoicing? Am I cruising? One of our brother was saying here that somebody living in Europe is cruising. I tell you, it's lie. The ones that are cruising are the ones their parents bought, stole Nigerian money and send them here to live. But if you are here, you are living in Europe, you say you are cruising, that person is a criminal. That is perfectly true. Because there is it's only one system. Europe is just like a pipe. A pipe, a very big pipe. Where when you channel water inside the pipe, when it comes, you go into that channel. And if you come out from that channel, that shows that pipe, something is wrong. They will start looking for where that water is leaking. So when you come into Europe, you enter the system, and you will be going to their channel. It is not either you are working to make a living, or even if you're in the business, every month you must give update of your tax you pay and how much you make on that your business every month. There is no two ways about it. The government will know what you're doing every single day. From week to week, from month to month, you will be given the statement of how you're making your money from the business and from your work. There is no two. So any person telling you are enjoying, it's only two systems. Either you'll be waking up every morning to go to work and come back later in the evening and become tired. and you don't have from Monday to Saturday. Some work from Sunday to Sunday. Is that life? And you are doing a very heavy job. So it's not any person telling that somebody is in Europe. Even if those who are doing professional work, like doctors and those engineers, they are missing something as long as they are not in their land. That is the fact. It's not the way you work if you are in your country. That's the way you work, because you must do everything to please them, so that they will retain you in that your position, that your work. So it's not the energy you give as a foreigner, the same energy the indigenous of that land give in that work. If you are working as a doctor in a hospital, you'll be afraid so that you will not be sacked. But if an indigenous come, he'll be doing things because somebody who's in his father's house have nothing to fear. So that is the difference. So any person who is telling you, I live in Europe, I cruise, that person is a common criminal. That is the system. And nobody, I don't think anybody's enjoying it. Thank you.
Thank you, Brother Greg. Thank you for that clearance. And I think, Bro Christian, you were making a line of thought. Can you complete your line of thoughts before I go?
Yeah, Master Truth. You know, you also said more like a rhetorical question. Why the media, something like that. So
the purpose of the media profiling of the Biafrans.
Yeah. No, let me tell you this. The zoo called Nigeria. They don't, there's how can I put it now? There's nothing they are concerned, like majorly concerned about in Nigeria, apart from stopping Biafra actualization. So anybody will not know that, if you don't know that, I want you to know that now, that they are not concerned about stopping the Islamic jihad terrorism. That is not their priority. That is not the number one concern. They are not concerned about the either infrastructural development or medical or educational or name it. That those are just like secondary. The primary objective of the system, the zoo called Nigeria, is to make sure that Biafra stays in Nigeria, to keep it together. Then ultimately, the caliphate will take over the entire place. You know, sometimes people think that, well, I remember like that Yoruba guy who was a Navy commander or whatever, he made a comment on that channel, I believe you saw it, when the lady asked him, so do you think that as we are in this country, that somebody can sneak in and impose something, religion, blah, 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 whatever, without this and this and that? And the, what was his name? Ade something. He said to him, Commander Adewumi, he said to her, my dear, don't be deceived. It will happen. The guy was looking at it, he said, it will happen. It could take 20 years, it could take 50, whatever, but it will happen because it's being signed and sealed, as a matter of fact. Now, that is not to say that it must succeed, because for us, Biafran, we know who we are. And that is why also their effort, 100%, is focused, is geared towards Biafra. Everybody can see what is happening in the north. They are negotiating with terrorists, giving them money. Part of that money is they will also use to equip themselves for further onslaught. Now, Tinubu currently is negotiating with them on how to manage it, not to stop it, not to bring them to book. Terrorists who has massacred, who have by people, uncountable number of people, cause misery to people, misery, the level of misery you can't even imagine. In every part of the country, he is negotiating with them, giving them money, telling them, because the game plan now is just how to manage it so that he can continue for that. Whatever, well, of course, nobody knows tomorrow. You can anticipate, you can predict, you can plan, but at the end of the day, tomorrow is unknown to you or me, right? So, but you see, nonetheless, you still have to make a plan towards it. So that is what Tinubu is doing. Whether it will work out the way he wants it, it's a different thing altogether. But currently, he is trying to manage it, that insecurity and the violence, to just serve out his term. And which is 8 years now. So, but let me tell you, that is also like my own goalpost. because that is the big agenda, is that Islamization and Fulanization. If a country, if UK can be battling what they are battling now, do you know that the one when they say Nnamdi be their king now, that one they promulgate Sharia in this country as we speak now. I am telling you the gospel truth. And the Qatar, they give them the level of money that the Qataris are putting into it. Again, like I said before, whether it works or not, how the possibility and stuff like that is a different thing. But this is their goal. This is what they are pushing towards. And he is more or less a crusader of Sharia in this country. Their king go, and you ask yourself, why? How is that possible? The birthplace of Christianity, for the most part. So, but there's a lot going on, and Nigeria is sealed. They don't deal. The only solution is when you break out, you know, because we will never give up. That's for sure. It doesn't matter what they do. But anything other than that, they will succeed. 20 years, 50 years, whatever, they will succeed. So that is why, because there's this organized or global effort towards that. We remember Abuja Declaration. These things were all planned down. Now, whether it's, again, like I said even before, it's a process. Will it work or will not? We shall see. Time will tell. Even when we are, you know. So, my brother, that is the situation. How do you go?
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for that submission. So, as we are going further, talking about the purpose of the profiling of the Biafrans, the Igbos, I made mention of the control. They want to control the narrative internationally. So the world will see Igbos as troublemakers. That is what they are trying, and they have succeeded in doing that because we are silent. Many of us are not paying attention. That is why they associate the self-determination of the Biafrans to criminality. To weaken Biafran demand for self-determination by painting us extremism. They use the media to do it, to paint us people who are extremists, troublemakers, violent people. And they do this every blessed day, every time. Even as we speak, go to their media, you will see it. It is high time we pay attention and begin to challenge this madness. This madness. We must not allow it to continue. I can see my beloved sister Ojugo is there. Ojugo, my sister, you're welcome. Go ahead and take the mic. We've missed you for some time. I know our time changed. We closed early before you come on. Today, we'll just push it higher than we are supposed to. Go ahead, my beloved sister Ojugo. Take the mic and speak to us.
Okay. Yeah, Brutus and all my brothers, and I don't know if that is your sister in the house. Good morning. Yes.
You're welcome.
Yeah, before we wake up in US, you know.
Yeah, I got it.
Your program is closed, so. But I was surprised when I got up and then look. It says Stella. You can see my voice is still sounding like somebody who woke up from sleep.
Yeah.
So it's still too early here. Okay, what time is it now? Okay, after 6. So it gets me so upset, so angry. But I don't even know where to start. Look, what is going on everywhere. And the narrative we are talking about, they are trying to push us as extremists. Our people are involved.
Very much. Very much involved. Very, very much.
In doing that. So, how do you think? What do you think about it? I'm sure you go to Dr. Nkozo Rabese's Twitter handle or any other person in the platform, how she tweeted about Ikenguru. There is a man called Dark Man, something like that, was saying something about Nnamdi. Ikenguru used it as a topic. So let me answer you the question. I started painting Nnamdi black. Start painting all Biafrans black right there. Dr. Ngozo Arakwese created a group. We say fathers and friends, women and friends. All these are different groups to raise funds, to bring our head together. How do we save Mazen Nnamdi Kanu? How do we save Simon Ekpa? These two leaders. What do we do? How are we going to do it? How do we make this United States of Biafra stand firm? How, like, to brainstorm, in that group. How to come together. Do you know Lazuba, why is in France, came into that group? A woman left a voice message suggesting, hey, that day of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu case, women who would charter luxurious buses, come with your flag. Those of you that maybe your husband are not supportive, because some of us, our husbands, either they are neutral or they are not supportive, or some don't even care what you're doing. Some are supportive. You say, your family. Either you tell them, you don't tell them. These are suggestions. What to do, even though protest doesn't mean anything in Nigeria. She even gave an example of, what the Northerners did, like being naked just to protest. Whatever we can do. This is putting brain together. It doesn't mean that we're going to do it that way. And she also said that, reach to Dr. Ngozi, that the people will not pay any money, that we're going to take care of. These are suggestions. Do you know, Lazuba, when Ishacha in France came out, said, oh, naturally, our women, it's a flag, Biafra, Kagabushishia, Nabuja. You see, and then you're asking, what can you bring on the table? What is it? What can you, because what I hate that is going on is people that cannot bring any suggestion, or people that cannot handle any single thing, people that cannot be in the forefront to let others follow, are just causing trouble. Like trouble. Everywhere. Supporting this evil that is happening. We're trying to see how. Okay, let's say in the war, are you going to hate yourself? We're trying how to bring ourselves together to be strong. It happens.
Of course.
It happens. And with the people will hate you, but by the time you start doing well, oh, you become a very nice person. Oh, everybody start to come to you. Everybody's only now who will turn around to say good about you. What can that be our fate? Why can you use your platform to say something nice? Why is your platform just fault-finding platform? That's what I call it. Fault-finding. That's all we're doing. And people are taking advantage of it. It makes me sick to my stomach. Yeah? We're talking about, okay, strangers doing it. What about ourselves? Look at what Uragu is doing. And Uragu can enter Nigeria anytime. You think that he's in South Africa? No, he's in
He
Nigeria.
has been there before now. He went to travel to Nigeria and Ebubago were guiding him.
He's in Nigeria. He's the one with the military.
Nigeria, they gave him security. Ebubago, they were guiding him.
That's what I'm saying. Even if he's still in Nigeria, going with them, going with him and Ijele. Do you know that they work with Asare Dokubo?
And Hope Uzodinma and the rest of them.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that is why Ngozi Odagbeze has using her Twitter that these are enemies of Biafra. What else do you want that woman to do? And then people are using their platform instead of to use it. Pick up that topic. Now, they will not pick up that topic and discuss and bring that guy's picture everywhere. Bring it out. This is Biafra. If we see this, this is an enemy. They are the one calling Nnamdi Kanu. Did you see what the man in Abuja, the second in command of Nnamdi Kanu? Did you see the one that the one they call Osoji brought out? Uchemafo. Is it Okafo or somebody? Is it Uchemafo?
Uchemafo is the second. It was the second in command, the deputy.
Yes. Somebody. I think his real name is something Okafo or something like that. From Abagana. Is it Abagana? Abatete? Abagana. Somewhere there. Also, just brought out the voice of what that man, a man that climbed the step. He came to whatever Europe country where he is, or he was, and got what do you call it? Is it refugee? People that are running away from danger. What do you call them?
I think he was living in UK, have you?
Yes. How did he get to UK? He used Masop.
Asylum, maybe.
Asylum. That's what they call it. He used asylum in the name of Masop.
Mm.
Do you understand? And oh my God, if you see what Osoji was revealing with his voice, you see where water pass Gary. All these people are people that are nothing. And he accepted a contract that even when Nnamdi Kanu was calling that the former president of Nigeria, has already passed away, Nnamdi Kanu would be on the radio. That guy would turn it off. He said there were 3 of them that have access to the code.
It's nothing we don't see for this struggle.
That's what I'm saying.
I was aware that when we are having program with Mazen Nandekal, we turn off one of the stations. It's not off. And Mazen Nandekal will be asking, why is the station off?
This is because they say now an hour before the repatriate him back to Nigeria, he agreed to that contract to fight Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. And that is where they retain his flight. The flight was already available. An hour, they got a call. And he agreed and started fighting Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. That was when Mazen Nnamdi Kanu was calling on the death of. And that's why they retain him back. And then after this, he became he got his papers there. He turned around and then talked to them not to give any Biafran asylum. That there is nothing happening in Biafra.
Mm-hmm.
He threw away that ladder. I'm telling you. Do you see what I'm saying?
Joy.
When Mazen Nandekal was revealing the death of Buhari, he was denying it.
He was denying it. He was turning off the radio station. And that was because they wanted to patriot him back to Nigeria, and then he agreed to do that because they know he has the code. Do you understand? Martin Nnamdi, if a deputy is such a person that came with asylum, do you see it? That's why Martin Nnamdi said, an hungry man, a poor man can never get a Biafra. Never. And he surrounded himself with the same people.
I believe that very true. A hungry man cannot get it because they will spoil you with money. The zoo.
Never. Never.
And man, sorry, Auntie, Sister Ojugo, you know, that is why I always make reference to this fact that the camel and the eyes of a needle. You know, because I know that. I think, of course, Nnamdi Kanu also, he has been saying it. You know, the last miracle. Hey, Jesus Christ, Biafra. But it's going to happen. I cannot tell you precisely how, but it's going to happen.
It's going to happen. It's already happening. Because you know why I'm telling you it's going to happen? I know what I'm using. My personal life, my family personal life is what I said. So wow, this world can be like this. This world can be like this. When we are growing up, there are so many things. You know, you just you will be on a tight corner, but keep struggling, be silent. You will think that the whole world hates you. Those leading us, they are moving. Did you see the one that said Italy? Somebody showed Biafra ID and he was given extra 6 months. Just showing the Biafra ID card. So we're moving. That's the feeling that we're gonna get, that we're all headed now. It's gonna wind back and everybody will fall in line. Trust me. Any poor person, anybody looking for paper in abroad should not be in the cabinet. Anybody playing with Mazen Nnamdi prophecy, you will be wasting your time. Mazen Nnamdi prophecy will come to fulfillment. I'm just telling you. Everything he has said will come to pass. It's going to be hard. It will even be harder. People from inside of this cabinet, those who, you can see people that are coming out, the ones that came out from the cabinet, you see their reaction, you see their life, you see the negativity they are coming out with. It's going to be hard. It's going to be hard. But we're not going to give up. Sometimes we take a break, but we come back. Because it's not easy. The journey is not going to be easy. That agenda of to Islamize Nigeria must be fulfilled. But be part of them now, because Biafra has existed before Nigeria. Regional and artificial. And the original must remain original. Biafra will never be Islamized. They can do Nigeria. Biafra has never been part of Nigeria. We are the one dragging ourselves in there. Biafra has never been part of Nigeria. And we all know that. That's why they pull Nigeria headed from Enugu to where? To Lagos, from Lagos to North. So they know what they're doing. Biafra has never been part of that country, and we will never be. So anybody asking for allocation, asking for this, you're wasting your time. Nigeria, do not give Biafrans any allocation. They should go home. They should go home. So let's know our enemy. You think who are Idele, What is his name? Asare is our pure enemy. Fulanis with gun, chain on their neck, stood up on the pulpit, are telling Nigerians what they need to do, what they need to.